everybody! Back again with some more wine experiences. This is your friend Michael to guide you through the various journeys of wine that are available to all of us. So this time I was challenged to demonstrate that a tannic wine, a tannic experience, tannins, right? The characteristic that wine takes on if it's been in a barrel, can produce a pleasurable experience for the drinker. Now, as keen watchers of this video series well know, I've already done a video on tannins, but one of my viewers was nevertheless very doubtful, was incredulous, so insisted on joining me here today to actually try it in person. And so I welcome as a tannin doubter, Isaac. Isaac, welcome. Delighted to have you aboard in this tannin tasting test. Also with me today are Vanaja and Stephen, both of whom are lovers of wine and ambivalent or ignorant of tannins as they pertain to the beauty or distaste of a wine. All right, so normally if I want to show somebody, which you saw in my tannin video, if I want to show somebody or speak to somebody about the positive characteristics of tannin done right, so to speak, I go straight to Chianti Classico, that Tuscan wine, the Sangiovese that the Italians make. And man, that's good stuff. And it's not too expensive, and it's great. But this time what I'm going to do, instead of going to Sangiovese from Chianti, we're going to go to Barolo, which is not far away from that area. But in Barolo, they only use Nebbiolo grapes. The Barolo wine only uses Nebbiolo. In this case, we're drinking a 2016 Barolo. And the thing to know about Barolo is it's in its highest form, its best expression, it is one of the great wines of the world. You can get a great Barolo and let it sit 20, 30 years and it'll still be fantastic. And sometimes it takes that long to completely get rid of the tannins, by the way. And so this youngster, this 7-year-old youngster, should have tannins. So I'm testing something, I can't guarantee it has tannins, but it should be a good wine that may still be too young to drink, because and the youth will be expressed in the tannins, but that doesn't make it a bad experience. So we have, as usual, we have our moderators here, crackers, neutral crackers, some cheese, and some bread, to see if the tannin experience without these accompanying things is not pleasant. We'll give it a chance to counteract the tartness of the cheese or to work with the cracker to see if we can bring out what's really great about a Barolo. All right, enough of that. Let's dive in. Now, I've only left this open about 15 minutes. That's probably too little, but we're going to give it a shot, and maybe later in the evening we'll come back to it. And I'll just pour a little bit.
Great color.
Yeah, isn't it? It's interesting. It's sort of rusty. It's not a thick purple thing. It looks lighter, but this is a big wine, big bodied wine normally.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
All right, so what we're going to do is our usual, give it a little further opportunity to oxidize. And then just from a curiosity perspective, I would like to see about the viscosity. Very light, almost zero legs. I mean, they are there, but very light. It looks medium bodied. It does not look thick and rich and full.
It smells great.
Wow, the nose is fabulous. This is exactly what you want from a great, big, bold wine.
Can we try it?
Dive in.
I'm very happy with that.
So first things first, yes, there are tannins, but they don't get in the way of the wine. This is a good wine. Oh my God, at least that's Michael Catton's opinion. This is really good. And you know what? In like 10 years, it'll be even better. But right now, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I now realize I need to go out and get more of this while it's still young.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before you put the video up.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This is great.
But you can tell, right? This is what a good wine experience should be. I shouldn't have interjected that. I should let you guys do an unvarnished opinion. What do you think?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Because you like the
Smell
tannins
the-
also.
yes.
You're not put
But
off by
it's a
them.
little younger.
You can
tell.
not tell
There is
it's,
acidity, but and there are tannins, and you can tell it's going to be different. It's not like a crazy mouth drying
Right.
thing. So maybe we're cheating because the tannins are not huge, but I think you can see where the tannins don't take away from it. They give it
I love
a
the
attention.
smell.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Palm Springs?
It's very good.
Very good.
Other than that, I can't.
Nothing. What
I don't have a lot to compare.
compare it to? But just well, in terms of like can you see sitting down to a steak and enjoying
Oh,
this?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can this will stand up to a big hearty dish, centerpiece dish.
Wow.
All right, so the key here now is to the extent that the tannins got in the way of enjoying it, let's try something to neutralize the tannins. So we have here completely neutral crackers, we have our usual goat cheese, and we have some raisin bread. The raisin bread alone could be fine. Yeah. So we have just a variety of things to select. I'm just going to go with a piece of raisin bread because I think that will be a good counter agent. And thank you for trying the goat cheese and the cracker because that'll give us a different take.
Exactly.
All right.
What do you want?
I love this.
All right. So the raisin bread both cleans out the palate and sort of prepares me for this. That's good. That's really good. Isn't that funny? The glutens or whatever it is about the bread sort of coats the part of the tongue that would otherwise be affected by the tannin.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting with the bread. You don't get as much of like sort of the barky, woody taste as you would when you just drink it straight. You get more of the fruit, but it still tastes really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think about with the cheese? Did that add or subtract
Well,
I like this actually combination.
with the bread?
with the bread.
How was it with the cheese though?
Cheese and bread together.
Oh, you put cheese on the raisin bread.
Yes.
Yeah, what about
Yeah, that's
what
very
about
good,
our
actually.
tannin doubter? What's his take on the
Well,
cheese added?
certainly not what I would expect with you would describe it as like a tannic wine, but the cheese, I think like the cheese bread, one or the other definitely balanced out some of the like woody astringency, and you get a lot more of the fruit, florally flavors on the tongue as a result. I mean, this feels like it would taste good with a lot of things. So
When you said it's not what I would guess to be I think of as a tannic wine. So the unfortunate thing is that we are forced, or we are given selections that include these wines that may be great someday, but they're way overdone on the tannins, and that's not a fair comparison either, because of course I can give you a bad wine experience.
sure.
But a restaurant or some place that's offering something shouldn't expect you to enjoy the tannins. My argument is that tannins are a natural part of the process, but they can be done properly. So Chianti will have more tannin, but it still can be dealt with through these mitigating things. This one was exceptional in that it has some tannins, but not so big that you have to have something like this. You could have drunk this as an aperitif. Yeah.
Where'd you pick this? Oh, Of course.
Yeah, so our local wine merchant, Kermit Lynch, tends to have really smart selections. I often tell you about things I get at Costco so that you too can run out and get them. This one, you have to go online or be in Berkeley, California. All right. Well, I hope this was elucidating, tantalizing, and tannic enough for you. And perhaps our tannic wine doubter will change his tune going forward.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.